Dillon connecting to us on Zoom. Brother, how are you, man? Good to see you.
I'm good, man. I don't know how you wake up this early.
Oh, listen, I'd be happy to call you. I'd be happy to call you at 4:30 any day of the week just to say hi.
Dude, you can do anything you want. I would love to hear from you.
I got to
Seriously.
listen. First of all, congratulations. I just want to walk through some of the Dillon Francis history here, and I love this story. So you grew up in what part of LA?
I grew up in like Culver City, like Westwood area.
Okay, so you're growing up in LA. You and I went to the same community college.
You went to SMC as well?
I did.
Woo!
Yeah. You know what
Let's go.
You know what I used to do between classes? I used to go get the BK broiler at that Burger King just across the street.
Wow, I used to go to the Subway and just get the breakfast sandwiches. Man.
Yeah, you know
the good old days.
The good old day parking was always a challenge. I remember that too.
I slept in my car a lot because of that. And I would get there early just to keep my spot so I could get to class on time.
Yeah, totally. I get it. But what was interesting here, so you're going to school. I was going to school too. And I quit. I dropped out. And you dropped out.
So did I.
But you moved to where I came from. So you moved to Atlanta, right? When you dropped out, I dropped out and came here.
That's so weird.
So
we're like brothers.
That's what I think. I think that the talent level is the same. But but tell me, so you dropped out and you said to your folks what? And what did you tell yourself? Tell me about that.
So there were so many like little stupid things that I clung on to in life that were like these little things about careers. So, and then just random other facts where one of them was like, you know, European kids, when they're finished with high school, they go off and they do a year abroad. So my thing was like, hey, mom and dad, I know that European kids, they do a year abroad. How about I just go to Atlanta, work for my friends, see if anything happens from it? And so they were like, you know what? Fine. I mean, they weren't that fine with it, but I was like, I'm doing it. So you can't stop me.
Right.
So I had $500 to my name. I moved to Atlanta. I worked with my friend Corey Nita and watched him for around 3 months. And then I moved back to LA and told my parents, like, hey, I saw this guy A-Track and he put 10,000 hours in. He stayed in his basement for a year just working on his craft. Let me do that at your house. And if nothing happens, I'll go back to community college. And they were like, all right, you know what? Fine. If you can do it and you actually put your mind to it, we'll totally be behind you. And they did this really cool thing, actually. Shout out to my parents. They made me pay rent, but the rent I was paying, they gave back to me when I moved out so that I could have that money. Yeah.
I have to introduce my parents to your parents only because it is almost a spitting image story. I was going to college at the University of Georgia. I was 19, and all I wanted to do was move to LA to try and make it. I just wanted to be on TV and radio. And I finally sat my parents down after my first year of college, and I said, Mom, Dad, I'm going to do this. I am going to take my Honda and go across the country and live with somebody and split a room, and I'm going to try. And you either can support me and bless this, or we can have a fight about it. And they were like, wow, all right, so we'll support you, but we give you 1 year to be able to support all of your rent and your gas and everything. And if you don't make it in 1 year, you have to come back to Atlanta and finish school for us. And I was like, okay, got this. And that was the drive I needed to but I mean, it was living in Burbank with a guy named Mark Tenez sharing one towel for a year.
Dude, Burbank, baby. I love Burbank.
Yeah, well, it was my first stop. So, Dillon, it's amazing. You had the drive. You knew you had the talent. You had the skill, and your parents must be proud now, right?
Yeah. They were always 50% in, and now they were like, yes.
Well, we just played your track "Touch," which is so sick, so hot. We're happy to have that on the radio. It's so cool to be able to say, "Here's Dillon Francis on Kiss FM."
Dude, it feels so good to be on Kiss because I grew up with Rick Dees in the morning.
Me too.
Every drive to school, because our school drive was about an hour. For some reason, my mom just loved choosing the schools that were just across Los Angeles. That's her problem, you know. I don't know. It's so weird.
It's cool, it's very cool to have that track on. And you're also doing something for us tonight, which is awesome. The Kiss Virtual Prom is tonight. So tell us what we can expect for that from you.
Well, I got to go to 3 proms, so I feel like I got overindulged, and now all the kids of 2020 are, they're not getting to indulge. So hopefully, I'm playing a bunch of music and and dancing by myself, and hopefully everybody's going to be dancing with me.
Yeah, they will be. They're excited about it. Well, listen, bro, it's a pleasure to get to meet you. I look forward to seeing you tonight and then again in the near future, Dillon.
Dude, thank you so much, and sorry for stealing your story.
No,
I
it's
feel
awesome. It's awesome. I'm so happy.
It's mind blowing that it's exactly the same, and that's so cool because that, I mean, hopefully inspires some other person to do exactly what we did and take a chance on themselves.
And honestly, when I said I got this, I was scared to death, but I couldn't show my parents I was fearful.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, brother, you take care of yourself. Be well.
Thank you so much.
Dillon
Bye.
Francis, everybody.